become truly accomplished at something you love?
Really?
That's what I said.
Why, yes, Asia. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them.
Do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. Right, Mom?
Right. This quote is not ours. It's brilliant and I'd like to take the credit, but this quote is by
The Corporate Sister, Maya Angelou. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but we got it from a website.
Poor baby. Her name
The
is
Corporate Sister.
Yes, it is a famous quote by Maya Angelou.
Oh.
She's an American poet, author, and a civil rights activist. Thank you. My goal today and why, while you see my daughter here, Asia, I wanted to bring her on and we are going to discuss budgets. I know that when I was her age, I was just coming into thinking about money. I was going to the store, helping purchasing things, and I was taught how to find the deals, to budget a little bit. That was my introduction to budgeting. Asia, what do you know about budgeting?
I know about budgeting. I know that I can budget when going to the store, buying anything online, anything like that. Even when asking, could I get a piece of paper from someone and they say, yeah, I'll give it to you for $1. And I'll ask, could I have it for 50 cents, 25, 75?
Wait, Asia, you know what you're describing? You're describing bargaining, not budgeting. Budgeting is when you allow or provide a particular amount of money in a budget. And that is a sum of money for a particular purpose. So you budget, and when you and I came into talking about budgets, it had to be, it was concerning a purchase you want to make. Remember?
Yes, ma'am. It was because of a pair of shoes.
Right. And we started to think about budget, and I wanted to explain to Asia what a budget was so she would understand that I wasn't denying her shoes because I didn't want to buy her shoes. And she actually got shoes last month, right? How many pair of shoes did you get last month? In January. Okay, when did you get those Juicy Couture shoes? And those other black shoes for you to wear to school?
December.
That was December?
December, November.
That was after Christmas, Asia.
December.
See, if you have a 13-year-old, you see what I go through. She's 13, and she just purchased shoes in December. Of course, it's February 2nd, and she wants another pair of shoes. Now, one thing I can say is that Asia does her chores. She does well in school, and I want to, give her things, but she needs to understand that you get things and you budget. I want her to be able to, no matter what she decides to do, Asia wants to be a
entrepreneur.
And to be an entrepreneur, you need to understand money, and you need to be able to budget. So we're going to go through some ways that I think that are helpful in budgeting, that some things that I've done in the past, and some things that I know have helped for me to set a budget. And a budget, okay, we're going to get our information. We're going to look over NerdWallet. You can Google NerdWallet Budgeting 101, how to budget money. It's a pretty straightforward, streamlined way to think about budgeting. And in their scenario, they have $2,000. You take home $2,000 a month, and that will be for housing, for food, insurance, health care, debt repayment, and fun. All of those categories are considered. You want to do all of this, excuse me, without running out of money. So that's a lot to cover with a zero, make sure you get everything covered. The answer to that, how to take care of that, Asia, is
budgeting.
Budgeting. Well, what is a budget again? A budget is a plan for every dollar you have. It's something that we can't expect it to just happen naturally. It's something that we have to be intentional about, right? And it affords us financial freedom when we do that. And it helps with, it does, sorry. It also makes life a little less stressful. And here's how to set one up. How to budget money. First, you want to calculate your monthly income. You pick a method to monitor your progress. So you want to know how you're doing with your budget. A lot of people try the 50-30-20 rule, and that's a simple budgeting framework. So you allow 50% of your income for your needs. So you would take, for example, the $2,000. You chop that in half. So half of 2,000 is what?
1,000.
Paying attention in math. Okay, so we'll have, let's get a little chalkboard. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back with a kind of an outline of what we're saying, so it makes a little bit more sense. And it's a little bit different ratio than what's suggested here at the Nerd Wallet, because we pay our tithes in this household. So we took 10% away from the wants column. They have 30%. We just took 10 away. So the first 10 is for tithes, or any other giving if you don't do tithes. And then the 50% is for needs. And then the other 20% is for, I hope you can see that, is for your wants. And then the last 20% is for savings and for debt, because that's important, to pay back debt and to have some savings for investing. So I would like to start a whole series on that. So remember, tithes are giving, because it's important to be a giver. And of course, we need to take care of our needs next. Then take care of our wants, because we need to know that when we work hard, we can reward ourselves. And then, of course, savings for investing and pay off that debt. Okay? So, there that is. And we just want to understand the budgeting process, because it is something to understand. Because do you understand that the 10% out of the 2,000, that 10% of that 2,000 is $200. So $200 would go to your tithes, and then the other 50% would go to paying your bills. Okay, and then there will be 20% that goes to your wants. So those shoes that you wanted, things like that, it comes third. Then you want to make sure that you have those debts. If you have debts, and we're going to talk about things we don't want you to have any debt, so we're going to talk about how to take care of that. So we do incur debts, and we also have, lastly, what's that? Debts, and then you remember savings.
Is it savings?
Savings. Yeah, if you remember there was savings, put savings down there in the comments box, y'all. Okay, so we also, if you get a regular paycheck and you're not a freelancer, or you don't
unemployed, a child.
There's many categories that you can be under. If you have automatic deductions from 401k, savings, health, and life insurance, you want to consider that too. And you just want to give yourself a true picture. So you don't want to just throw some numbers out there and it's not something that's realistic for you and it's hard for you to stick to, because if you have a budget you can't stick to, then most likely, just like with diets,
You're gonna go poor.
and you're not gonna stick to it. Right? Right. One of the biggest things, Asia, with budgeting that is very important, guess what it is?
I don't know. Could you tell me?
I sure will. One of the most important things about budgeting is choosing what kind of budget strategy you'll have. There's a few out there.
Really? Can you tell me about it?
I can. The first one is the envelope system. Now, with the envelope system, you take that $2,000, you take your check, you get the $2,000, or get it from the ATM, however you want. You get that $2,000, and you use the envelope system, and you get money orders for your bills or whatever else you need, and then you take and you buy your groceries, whatever those other necessities. You buy everything with cash. So guess what?
So you can't go into debt.
You can't go over. So when the cash is gone, you do what?
It's all on.
Stop spending, right?
Okay.
Stop spending.
Yeah.
So that's one way, an easy way to stay on track.
Mhm.
So what you do, quite like I just explained, you take the envelopes and you just divide up what you need. And you take the envelopes and you just write on the envelopes. Yep, you divide it all out and you put it all up. Now the good thing about that is the cash back system, base system, there is no overdraft fees. You don't have to worry about swiping that credit card or that debit card, and you don't have to worry about if you left it at home or not. And you don't have that impulse to spend and make purchases.
Yeah, like at Target.
That's one of my favorite stores. So, okay, what either makes or breaks a budget is the other expenses, And cash only, there are some cons. There are the pros that we discussed. There are cons that everybody doesn't. You can't use cash for everything. You can get money orders, and a lot of people don't like using checks. But if you want to order things online, you can't use cash.
You actually can on Amazon.
Really?
Yes, you can.
How do you do that?
There's a location I think you drive to, or you Uber to wherever, or you send the money somehow. And I think they have like a building or something. I don't know. I just know that they have an option that you can pay in person, like with cash.
Really?
It's really interesting.
I did not know that. Now I know. So, but also, like I was saying, you'd have to regularly go to the ATM. Some people don't have a car and they have to Uber or Lyft, like Asia mentioned. And then you think about the vulnerabilities of carrying all that cash on you.
Imagine getting robbed or stolen.
That could happen. It's unlikely. Who knows if you're carrying cash or credit cards? Nobody knows. There's a lot of us out there that like those rewards of using different cards. You get bonus points and things like that. So you could miss out on those bonus points. So that's something to consider too. So just like there's, like I said, there's pros, there's cons. Absolutely, the name of this is getting, keeping that budget tight, right?
Period.
Okay, so next, another way that we could do that is called a zero-based budget. I've never heard of that before, so I'm
interesting.
I'm learning something new. Okay, so with that zero-based budgeting, your income minus your expenses should equal what?
Zero.
So let's see, 0. So with the zero-based budget method, it encourages you to use every penny of your monthly income, but that doesn't mean blowing it on a shopping spree. Okay, so the items, and there's different kinds of savings. And I want to give you some tips really quick really quick tips on how to pay your debt off fast. Because the last category is on paying off debts and things like that. We want to be debt free, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, of course, you want to figure out your budget. Doing that budget helps. And reduce spending and stop using your credit cards. Talking to myself. And you can also do things like getting a what? Side hustle. Get something you can do, like if you're really good at washing cars, maybe you can wash cars, maybe you can thrift and flip. There's a lot of things out there to do, you guys. Have a garage sale, and do other things to increase your income. And once you get that payoff method in mind, there are a couple of them out there. There's the debt snowball method.
Snowball.
And there's also the debt avalanche method.
That sounds cool.
I know. Now the debt snowball, what you do is you just put a little extra money towards paying your smallest asset first. Say you have 3 credit cards, Asian.
3.
You have one that's $100, one's $75, and have a $25 limit.
Okay.
So what you want to do is once you get your money and that debt paying, that 10% or 20%, I'm sorry, that you get to pay those debts off, you pay off the lowest card first. So you take that $25 one and knock it on out. Get it all knocked out. So then the next time, if you do have money left over, you put it on the $50 one, get that out of the way.
The $100 one is out the way. You don't got no credit debt.
Credit debt. And then the next thing you got to do is be disciplined enough to put those credit cards away, unless you're able to pay them off immediately or by every month by the due date. And one good way to do that is to set up automatic payments. That helps me. So just set up the date that it comes out automatically. So not to prolong things. My neck itch. All right. Now, lastly, Asia, we're going to talk about how to save money.
Okay.
All right. So there's actually 17 tips according to NerdWallet.
17?
Yes. And we're going to go through them really fast. So we're going to look at long-term, short-term, and immediate shopping.
Immediate? Like super fast?
I said shopping. I meant savings. Look, I got shopping on my mind. So shopping smart, bundling services, and even canceling subscriptions are some things that you can do.
Canceling subscriptions like Netflix?
Yep. Can you do without Netflix? You don't want to.
That's very hard. Who can?
Okay. Next, also the first thing I actually mentioned was automating your life. So you can automate just about everything, and that takes the guesswork out of when things are due. You just have the money there, and guess what?
It's done.
And it comes out automatically. So you set up a bank account that you know that it just take it regularly out of accounts like your savings account, and it's done. Okay? You can also, if you do the cash method, the envelope method, guess what?
What?
You can count your coins and your bills, empty your pockets You know that we're doing a video, right? Okay, so if you're doing the envelope method, guess what? This next one will be easy. Count your coins and your bills, roll them up, take that money. Guess what you do? Collect them and take them where?
To your bank account.
To the bank, right? And put it directly into your savings account. You're right. And so you put it in your savings account instead of your checking account, and that's a way of watching your spending. So you use dollar bills instead of credit cards. It's harder to part with that cash. You don't want to let go of that cash, you know? And, and use that plastic. It's just there's nothing attached to swiping that card. It don't hurt as much as you start counting how much you got left in your wallet. Believe me, I know. Another great thing you can do is prep for grocery shopping. Do not go to the grocery store hungry.
You'll buy a whole store, girl.
Yeah, it just takes just a little work, and with you it goes a whole long way. And before you even get there, you go through your pantry and just write that list of things that you are missing or that you use frequently. You want to write that down and even clip a few coupons. And there are even stores, they'll let you use their loyalty cards like Kroger, Tom Thumb, Albertsons.
Doesn't Walmart have one too?
Okay. And something that I do is you can actually order smaller servings. We're not saying not to go out and enjoy yourself, but you can actually order, take advantage of just getting a appetizer instead of getting the whole meal, just saving a little bit of money. When you go to eat out, you can still go out and just don't get the biggest meal.
Yeah, what you want?
Sometimes that's what I do. I go to Whataburger to save calories, and even to what's the other place we like that I get the kids meal at?
Whataburger.
Because they have the cookie.
Chick-fil-A. No, it's China Express. I mean,
Panda Express.
Yeah.
Panda Express. Because you get the cookie, the drink, and the entree for like $6. I like the hair looking wonky. Another thing you can do is map out your major purchases. Say you know what you want to get. Say it's time for that new electronic, that new big screen TV. You can wait to the annual sale. Black Friday, maybe?
No. Christmas sale, Labor Day, President's Day.
Yeah, just think it out and think about when you get a better deal. You can wait a day or two before buying, and that's actually, I've tried that. Like, I really, really wanted something that's outside of my budget. Then you wait sometimes a day or two later, you don't want it as much as you did when you were walking through the store and it caught your eye.
Or it's sold out. That's the worst thing possible.
It can happen, but you know what? You can still wait. It's not life or death. Okay, and you can, guess what? Asia probably not going to like this one. You can restrict your online shopping. Did you hear that?
No.
Restrict online shopping.
Don't know how to do that.
Okay, next. We crafty. We are. We like doing it yourself stuff. We're going to have to look more into maybe doing this making your own gift thing. Because I really enjoy
that sounds fantastic.
doing things. I would love to receive a do-it-yourself gift. That time that someone took out of their day to think about you, I would love it.
And they didn't give you no little gift card from the dollar store.
Okay. Another thing that you can actually think about is also refinancing your car to lower your car payment. And that way you can get lower rates and just you'll save so much in the long run.
Really, Mom?
Really, you can do that. I'm just not a fan of a car note. That's why she said that. What does Mom do? I have a cash card. I like to keep my money in my I gotta have a cash card, a dependable cash card. We'll talk about that in another video. Hey, bundle car and cable and internet.
That sounds fantastic, Mom.
It does, but I don't have cable because I actually have already went through budgeting. So this is something I wanted to seriously, guys, talk to Asia about and other children. I think hopefully this will spark a conversation where we can actually really talk to our children about money and about the necessity of thinking about, what money is and how we actually budget. So we can do things like switching our cell phone plans, monitor your electric bill, change them out if you need to go to a different provider, cancel unnecessary subscriptions, maybe not Netflix, but I can't think of one that I had that I canceled. I can't think of any right now. Yeah, magazines.
They cost money now?
They've always cost money. But there's there's just things that subscriptions that we have that are unnecessary.
Hulu.
Some people don't like
HBO.
Hulu. Yeah, things
Hulu.
like that. You want to also start writing down things. There are apps out there that can help you. NerdWallet actually has an app where it's a free app it's a budget app, and it actually has steps to help you track your monthly spending. That really, really helps. I know there was one month that I kept all my receipts, and I went through them and kept track of how many receipts I had on fast food. I was so upset with all the times that we ate out and I could have cooked. So that's a big thing right there. If you can get foods that you really like, that your family really likes, and buy that and have it on hand and prepare it, save you a lot of money. You can actually eat as much as you want and not just have that one serving, and you're not even satisfied anyway. So it's better. I prefer to cook. So you can even set savings goals, and you want to make them realistic and not something that you can't obtain.
Like only spending $20 on groceries. Maybe $300 on groceries. $100.
That's about, it depends on how many people are in your family. Now for our family, we budget about $400 a month because
I wonder who's outside. Must be a really crazy animal.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. We do love you so very much. And I just wanted to sit down and have this talk with Asia. And yes, it is the second day of Black History Month, and that is why we shared Maya Angelou's quote. Stay tuned for
more Black history information and videos. Make sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and go check out my YouTube channel, Baby Dolls World. Bye to the tree, to the Tony World.